Good morning, good morning, good morning. Having my morning fiber. So, welcome to the Make It Make Sense early morning thought process. This is an early morning mantra, so to speak, to get you started on the day because sometimes you just need that, man. You need to just get a little something going. And, I'm here for you. Make It Make Sense show. So today, topic of discussion is how to prevent the crash out. First, get you some fiber, good tea, and a good very important. How to prevent the crash out. Now, what is the crash out, you ask? The crash out. The crash out is when you get to a point to where you just can't take it no more. The world has frustrated you. You're under attack. Whatever it may be. Whether it's your bills piling up, whether it's your relationships going awry, whether it's your work relationships going awry, you can't seem to fight through whatever it is you're fighting through to make it to your level of success. So you crash out. When I was coming up back in the day, they used to call it a mental breakdown. Yeah. And I suspect that the reason why they stopped calling it a mental breakdown, probably because, mental health is a big stigma. People don't want to be considered mentally gone or delusional. That seems to be a thing nowadays. However, the new term is crashing out. So I'm here for you to let you know how to prevent the crash out. I got you covered. First and foremost, keep positive. One of the most valuable skills you can learn in life is channeling. What do I mean by channeling? I mean channeling negative energy into positive energy. Figuring out how to use negative energy as fuel for your positive endeavors. Literally, and it is a tough thing to learn how to do. But if you can master that skill, you can prevent a crash out. Yeah. I'll give you an example. Somebody told me that my music was noise. They said it. Now, something like that can hurt your feelings, be a little disheartening, but nonetheless, to each his own. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna drop an album called Noise. And I'm gonna let the people decide. Because at the end of the day, when you fart, it's noise. But if you don't fart, you die. Yeah, I'm going to say that again to you. When you burp or sneeze, it's noise. But try not to do those things. See what happened to you. So, what's the worst my music could be? It ain't noise. So I am going to channel that into something positive. So that way, not only do I not care about how you feel about it, I'm going to create something with that noise and make you look like a total idiot. So keep positive. Doesn't bother me one bit. I'm just going to channel it. You don't get that job you want. You're mad, you're pissed off, you're angry. My God, I didn't get it. I'm qualified for it. Well, maybe there's something better for you that God has in store for you. Way better than what you thought you needed, you thought you wanted. So you turn that into a positive. Ask the question, hey, by the way, you don't have to, but could you explain why you went in another direction? And you would be surprised at how many companies are willing to tell you, this is why I went in this direction. And then guess what? You would have learned something about yourself, which is positive. And you can take that on to the next opportunity. I'll give you another example. Female you like, or man that you like, you're attracted, you're smitten, as we would say. And shoot your shot. And like the great Matumbo, no. Listen, don't get bent out of shape. She wasn't or he wasn't for you. Clearly, God is telling you it's not for you. Maybe at this moment, maybe not never. But you keep positive. You say, you know what? Maybe it's something about me, or maybe it's something about this person where the universe said, that's not going to work. So you keep hearing me mention God and the universe and things because the fact of the matter is this.
You work here, baby?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In my room. Last night the window locked. The window ain't locking.
Oh yeah, let him know at the front desk. And he'll he'll send a message to the ladies. Let's go. The universe normally has something for you. You feel me? And if it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not.
You like my flowers?
And you know what? You can't be bogged down by it. You have to look at it from a positive perspective. It wasn't for you. So why I mention the universe is because the easiest way to keep positive is to understand, right? Not everything is for you. You're not supposed to consume everything. You don't have rights to everything. You have rights to what's for you. That's it. And what's for you will be for you. And you can't get mad at what's not for you. You understand what I'm saying? You have to embrace what you do have and say, this is for me. You know, if I want something, I put myself in a position to get it. But if it's not for me, then it's just not for me. Yeah, find something else to do. And I think that's how you keep positive, by remembering those simple things. So, channel. Learn how to channel.
Well,
Learn how to channel.
dude, can you get the ladder and unlock the air? Somebody closed it, dude.
Learn how to channel negative energy into positive energy. That is such a great skill. It just is. And should really work on it. Fiber, good for you. So again, how are we preventing the crash out? First, keep positive. Now, next is a tough one. And you may not understand how this ties into things. However, it is a very important skill to learn and how to prevent the crash out. Ready? You sure? Okay, here we go. Boundaries. If you don't set them for yourself, somebody will set them for you. And then you will become easily susceptible to the crash out. Yeah, you'll become susceptible to the crash out. Why? Because the moment you don't want to say yes anymore, you become the villain. Why? Because you've allowed someone else to set your boundaries for you. And when you cross those boundaries that other people set for you, you become wrong. And they would be right to be mad at you. Because you didn't set those boundaries for yourself. You let someone else set them for you. Yeah, learn to say no. No. And I don't mean learn to say, I really can't do it. I don't know. I have to see. No. Learn to say no. As a matter of fact, learn how to say no in 15 different languages. I'm telling you, it is the most powerful word on the planet. Yeah. Because if you know, you know. You know? So yeah, learn to set your boundaries. The worst thing you can do in a relationship is not set your own boundaries and allow your partner to set your boundaries for you. The worst thing you can do at work is not set your own boundaries and let your coworkers set your boundaries for you. The worst thing you can do at school is just not set your own boundaries and let your professors or your fellow students set boundaries for you. That's the worst thing you can do. Set your own boundaries. Learn to say no. Listen, if you're liking the content right now, do me a favor. Like and subscribe. And if you want to support the channel, what we do monetarily, hit my Cash App. All donations is welcome. So let's think of the last way. This morning we're going to talk about how to prevent the crash out. and I see this often. Um, and people just crash out. They don't they don't know how to use this next skill I'm about to give to you. They just don't know, so they crash out. That if you don't engage in healthy debate or healthy discussion, right? It builds up like residue in your brain. It literally like attaches itself to your nervous receptors, and it just builds up. It builds up and builds up. See, that's where the original term of having a mental breakdown used to come from, because you would hold stuff in so much and not get it out and not talk about it and not get an understanding that it would just build up in your brain until your brain gets too heavy and it breaks down. You have to know how to have a healthy debate. Don't ever back down from it. Don't ever get to the point to where someone says something to you that you don't agree with and you just let it go. Don't ever do that. Just don't ever do it. I mean, that's up for debate. But again, learn how to have healthy debate. Don't ever back down from it. It doesn't have to be toxic debate. I think that there's a difference. But healthy debate is getting an understanding of another person's perspective. They might have an ideology that you don't agree with, and you don't get an understanding unless you debate it, unless you say, hey, I believe this, you believe this. Where can we find a middle ground? How else do you want to know if you don't know? So that if you never get that understanding, then you walk through life thinking that you understand. And then when reality hits you that, no, this is not how it is, and then you crash out. I'll give you an example. Fiber. And I'll tell you, that's the number one way to prevent the crash out. Fiber. So I'll give you an example. And I don't want to get all extra left and right, because that will cause crashing. That's the easy way to cause a crash out. But the Democrats failed to engage in healthy debate. They didn't even want to hear what you had to say if you didn't agree with them. If you even had an inch of an ideology, they shut the debate down. They don't want to talk. They shut you up. They call you all type of names. They don't want to talk to you. They don't want to engage. They don't want to debate. They don't want to get an understanding. You try to debate with them to get an understanding with them, and they totally left the center of you. They totally ignore what you're saying. They don't engage in healthy debate. And what happened? You have a body of voters who don't understand what they're talking about, nor do they care. So I can't vote for you. It's not that I don't want to, it's just that I can't, because I don't understand you. We've never sat down and had a debate or talked about what you believe in and how that affects me. Because you didn't care. You didn't want to know. So, what is there for me to vote for? Yeah, literally. What is there for me to vote for? Just want to know. Yeah, that part. Don't ever back down from healthy debate. Ever. Because you don't get an understanding and you eventually crash out. And that's not good. So that being said, how do we prevent the crash out? Number one, keep positive. Number two, learn to say no. And number three, don't ever back down from a healthy debate. Listen, it's been 21 minutes.